Now the fog has cleared over Kashmir. Old politics is dead. Today, the Supreme Court of India has delivered a landmark judgment. A constitution bench headed by Chief Justice of India, D.Y. Chandrachud, unanimously upheld the Modi government's 2019 decision to revoke the special status that was given to Jammu and Kashmir. In essence, it has upheld Prime Minister Modi's decision to implement what is already written in the Constitution. Today, in response to the slew of petitions challenging the government, India's top court has categorically said that Article 370 was nothing but a temporary provision. A historic judgment because the Supreme Court, it has laid to rest a matter of great debate. The Supreme Court has said that Jammu and Kashmir has no unique internal sovereignty compared to other Indian states. Now, what does that mean? To understand that, we have to go back to 1947, when India gained independence. Now, following the invasion by Pakistan proxies, the King of Kashmir, Maharaja Hari Singh, sought India's assistance, eventually leading him to sign the Instrument of Accession. Now, during his rule, he proclaimed he would retain his sovereignty. However, his successor, Karan Singh, issued another proclamation that the Indian Constitution would prevail over all other laws in the state. This had the effect of a merger. Like every other princely state that had joined India, then Article 370 was included in the Indian Constitution as temporary and interim arrangement. Due to war conditions in the state at the time, under Article 370, Jammu and Kashmir had the autonomy to have its own constitution and flag, while Article 35A restricted non-residents from buying land or securing government jobs within the state. On the 27th of November then, 1963, on the floor of the Lok Sabha, the lower house of the Indian Parliament, the then Prime Minister Jawaharlal Nehru said that Article 370 has been eroded and the process of gradual erosion is also going on. A year later, the then Home Minister Gulzari Lal Nanda, again on the floor of the Lok Sabha, described Article 370 as a tunnel, one that will take the Constitution of India to Jammu and Kashmir. He said that in the end, only the shell will remain and it will be bereft of its contents, and that it will hardly make any difference whether it's kept or not. These statements speak volumes about the intention behind Article 370. Cut to 2019. The Constitution Application to Jammu and Kashmir Order 2019 issued by the President withdrew the special status and extended all provisions of the Indian Constitution to Jammu and Kashmir. Further, the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019 bifurcated Jammu and Kashmir into two union territories. While Jammu and Kashmir was a union territory with a legislative assembly, Ladakh was without an assembly. The goal? To fully integrate Jammu and Kashmir with India. After a series of dramatic developments, the Modi government, it effectively abrogated Article 370, ending 7 decades of J&K's special status. With the end of Article 370, the contentious Article 35A was also rendered ineffective. Now, during the parliamentary discussions leading to the scrapping of this provision, the Union Home Minister Amit Shah had argued that Article 370, it hindered growth of Jammu and Kashmir. It was not facilitating its integration with India. Instead, it was hindering Jammu and Kashmir from aligning with the rest of India. Now, the move came at a time when Jammu and Kashmir was under governor's rule and there was no elected assembly in the state. The assembly had been dissolved months after the Bharatiya Janata Party and People's Democratic Party-led coalition government fell apart and Mehbooba Mufti resigned as Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir. With the scrapping of Article 370, non-Kashmiris could buy property in the region and local control over state government jobs and admission to colleges also ended. A bunch of petitions were filed challenging the validity of the government's actions. The Supreme Court, it started examination of the petitions in August 2019. After a significant delay of about 2 years, the Supreme Court in February this year, it acknowledged the need for an expedited listing of the petitions. In July 2023, Chief Justice of India spearheaded the setting up of a new constitution bench. They started day-to-day hearings for the petitions. Finally, after a 16-day hearing on the matter, the Supreme Court passed the verdict today. So how have things changed since 2019? Apart from upholding the government's decision to scrap this temporary provision, the Supreme Court directed the Election Commission of India to hold elections in Jammu and Kashmir by the 30th of September next year. The Apex Court of India also directed restoration of statehood of Jammu and Kashmir, and it shall be done at the earliest. So how has the picture of Kashmir changed? Since 2019, the Narendra Modi government, it's announced more investments in areas such as industries, healthcare, education, tourism. The central government, it has taken a pro-people stance. It recently listed Kashmir's newfound lithium reserves for private mining. There's been considerable decline in recruitment of locals into militancy. The number of active militants has come down. Overall, there's been an improvement in the security situation. With the restoration of the administrative control, there has been more investment in the region. In the last 2 years, Jammu and Kashmir has received investment proposals worth over 81,000 crores. Tourism has scaled new heights. It's become one of the top destinations of the country. Last year, over 1.88 crore tourists visited the Union Territory. Meanwhile, the regional political parties and their politics of old accession-centric narrative, that's become unpopular. And India, as the president of G20, even hosted a key meeting on tourism in Srinagar earlier this year. So what does the Apex Court's judgment mean for the future of Jammu and Kashmir? The ruling, it not only legitimizes the move, it highlights how it's a new Kashmir for new India. It opens the path of development, which was already constructed when the Article 370 was removed. In the end, a long contentious matter, it's been laid to rest. The historic verdict, it strengthened India's unity and integrity, and for Kashmir, the path to progress has become clear and definite. Now, what would you say are some of the latent stressors in your life that are impeding on your ability to better regulate stress and anxiety? Well, let's delve into some surprising modern-day stressors that are impacting our mental and physical health in ways you would have probably never imagined. Recent studies shine a light on the hidden dangers of comfort eating and long commutes. Let's break these down for you. Now, first stop is the kitchen. Let's also talk about commuting. It's something most of us cannot avoid, but did you know that it could be affecting your mental health? A recent study in South Korea published in the Journal of Transport and Health, it's found a strong link between long commutes and poor mental health. Dong-Woong Lee, a public health researcher, along with his colleagues, analyzed data from over 23,000 people and found that those who commute for more than an hour are 16% more likely to experience depressive symptoms compared to those with shorter commutes of under 30 minutes. Long commutes were found to leave little time for physical activity, leading to issues like being overweight, increased alcohol consumption, and poor sleep quality. Additionally, the air pollution inhaled during traffic can raise blood pressure as well, further aggravating stress and mental health issues. Interestingly, the link between hour-plus commutes and poor mental health was most among unmarried men, those working over 52 hours per week and those without children. Among women, the most affected were low-income workers, shift workers and those with children. On the flip side, the study found that switching to active transport, that's cycling or walking, that improved mental health. So what's the takeaway? While we often can't avoid certain stressors like commuting or the occasional comfort binge, being aware of their potential impact on our health is crucial. It's about finding balance and healthier ways to cope with stress. And now we bring you a disturbing story from London, where McDonald's UK is facing backlash over an alleged employee's actions against a homeless man. Here are the details. In a shocking incident that occurred on Victoria Street, a security guard affiliated with McDonald's was caught on video manhandling a homeless man. The video was shared on social media on Saturday, 9th of December. Just take a look. The incident has since sparked outrage, both online and offline. The victim, 25-year-old Aaron McCarthy from Ireland, was sitting outside a Nationwide Bank branch adjacent to McDonald's when this incident occurred. According to reports, when McCarthy refused to move at the request of the guard, the latter resorted to covering McCarthy's blanket and belongings in bleach. McDonald's UK has since issued an apology condemning the guard's disgusting behavior. The company has stated that the third-party security guards involved have been permanently removed from the restaurants. McDonald's has also expressed their intention to work with the council to locate McCarthy and make amends. As part of their ongoing work to support charities in the area, they've also emphasized the importance of treating all people with respect, something that people seemingly keep forgetting. This incident not only highlights the challenges faced by the homeless, but also raises questions about the responsibilities of corporate entities towards vulnerable members of the community.